Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. This is part 3 in our playthrough series. So let's go ahead and get started. We will transition to that, set that up for later, and let's go to our game. Load game, continue. Full screen. Alrighty, so last time we left off, we had read our poems. Uh, Let me just double check real quick on the audio, guys. Make sure that our levels are good. So I'll lower that a little bit and then raise mine. Let me know in the comment section below if one, you're enjoying the playthrough, and two, how my audio levels are doing. I don't really watch my own VODs just because I don't like the sound of my voice, but feel free to be like, yo, the volume, the music is too loud, or your mic is low, or whatever. So, yeah, let's get back to the game. So, yeah, like I said, we finished reading everyone's poems. So, let's go. I think I like Monica's the best. It was from everyone's. Monica's was definitely the best, but we still ship the main character with Yuri. All right, so I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What was this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Um, well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Hmm. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Hikaru did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Hmm. And Hikaru liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I. Uh. You're just. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hikaru appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Hikaru started showing up. Wait, what? What did I do? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me. Oh no. As if they just noticed I was standing there. Hikaru! She's. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the readers, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Hikaru. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hikaru? Yeah, like, keep me out of this, guys. Well, uh, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Bro, preach. Say that to everyone in our current world, bro. Like, honestly, I'm gonna go on a side little tangent after I sip some water. Listen, you can respectfully disagree with each other without turning it into a fight, okay? For example, I could love Overlord, right? The manga slash anime, and someone else can hate it. And both of our viewpoints are valid. There's no reason for us to, throw mud at each other, so to speak, just because we disagree. That's the beautiful thing of our world. Everything, there's a Spanish saying, por eso Dios hizo los colores y los sabores, which means that's why God made different colors and different flavors. So if you don't get that analogy, it basically means there's something for everyone. What I like, you might not like, and that's okay. So, yeah, it's okay to disagree, just be respectful about it. Anyways, let's get back to our story. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Hmm, I understand. Yuri? Eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's. But here's the thing, no matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting their feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Oh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means. Oh, wait, that's me. But Natsuki, you took it too far. Yuri means well. If you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Mm-mm. Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Um, Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh man, she's actually hurting. Now I'm starting to feel kind of bad. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted that way. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Hikaru, you're too kind. Hey, we kinda try our best here. I'm thankful to have a part of this. Ah, let me let me sip some water. Maybe I could learn to enunciate a little bit better. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Nasky said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, eh? What thing that Nasky said? Um, well, never mind that. I, I'm gonna make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Hikaru, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Hikaru, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. It, I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what happened earlier? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing, does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise. They're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Hikaru, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's hee hee hee. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to wait and see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, so we're writing our second poem, guys. Alright, so we're gonna try to impress. Wait, do I get to? Or are they moving on their own? Oh, look at that, that's cute. Little chibi versions of them. I'm trying to impress Yuri, so let's use tenacious, passion, philosophy, extraordinary, secretive maybe, vitality, heaven sent, unrestrained, massacre, wonderful, unending, unrequited, wrath, Essence. Incapable. Extreme. Disarray. Uncontrollable. Disoriented. After image. Okay. Let's share our poem. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit I gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Hikaru. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee hee hee. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you, anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Damn, just shot her down immediately. uh, eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only two small coins fall out. Ha ha ha, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Hee 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 hee. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah, I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Hikaru to let me borrow some money. That's don't get me in, don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Yes. Another side little tangent before we continue. Yes. Only spend on what you could afford. Especially in our community where we constantly want to commission these wonderful, talented artists to do art of us. If you don't have the money to spend on it freely, and I don't mean you use your rent money or whatever to pay for it. After all your bills are taken care of, food, shelter, etc., has been taken care of, if that's when you have money available, then sure, treat yourself from time to time. Not always, because you should always save for the future. You never know what can happen. If you drive a car, maybe your tire will pop. Maybe you need a oil change. I'm not saying I want that to happen for you guys, but you need a plan for every possible eventuality. So yes, the Yuri is 100% correct. You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. All right, let's continue. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ah, did I just... I I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ew. Ha 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 ha. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. The revolution? You mean the consequences? Retribution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Hee 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 hee. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come in here if it weren't for cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hee hee hee. Swap. Kia! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori on the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was. Eh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It, is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Rest. Oh my god. This girl, man. Complete airhead. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Yeah, almost, but not quite. Ah ha 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 ha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then, I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ha ha ha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Mm. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Bruh. Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hee hee. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Oh yeah, she's the spoiled brat, Natsuki. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... Ha ha ha, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Hee hee, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be that late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Haha. That makes no sense at all, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Hickory. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri? Eh? Uh, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk. Then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you off to? Eh? We're just. Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one person job, isn't it? That's. Monica, please, mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping to involve Hikaru in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. I. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Hmm. Then, let's go, Hikaru. Uh, Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, I just. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Hikaru, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because I like you. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind just your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Uh, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Uh, um, Yuri lifts her head. Hikaru, I really like being friends with you. Haha, thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, uh, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Hikaru, do you like oolong tea? Actually, I've never had oolong tea, but for you, I will try it. Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. Ayo? Uh, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Hikaru. It's very endearing. That's. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Hikaru, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Yeah, what's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most like it's most likely because uh, my your posture, right? Always always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a big, it's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sail against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Yeah, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Damn, she's cute. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take the chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. Ayo? She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. My boy, he's getting somewhere. Let's go. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Hikaru. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right, friends. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then You don't need to stop or anything. Ayo? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. God damn it. Uh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Hikaru, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? The tea stuff away. Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll, I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright, poem time. Who should read my poem first? Okay, so since we're in an awkward situation with Yuri, hear me out. We're gonna go with our childhood friend, Sayori. Sayori. Oh, I like this one, Hikaru. It has some nice feeling in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Hmm, let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hee. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Hey, fair enough, dude. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Such an airhead. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want me to write something for me? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. And anyway, let's see. Hmm, I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking anything sad. Sorry. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes, when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give a rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, it is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Hikaru. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Alright, let's see what you got. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle. In bottles, all in a row. Okay. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scrapping and scrapping. Scraping? Scrapping? I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them down from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow. Um, Sayori, are you okay, bro? Do you need therapy? Hold on, let me get some water. Okay, that was something else. Let's see how we doing on time. 40 minutes. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today's part three. We will pick up with a different poem next time. We just finished reading Sayori's, which is the first poem of the second day. So, it's the second poem we've written, but the first one we've read for this round, so to speak. Alrighty, guys, that will do it for me. Let's transition to the end scene. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you guys are enjoying this series. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.